Hello and welcome to Talk About Strange. 20,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? This episode is about just saying thank you for being a part of the channel and growing with us. This is a major milestone as far as I am concerned. We've done really well and I couldn't have done it without all of you. I want to do a little recap about the channel. We've been 6 months. So 6 months in, we've done almost 100 videos. We're at 94. This will be 95. So we're coming up on 100 videos and 20,000 subscribers. We would have been over that 100 video mark if it wasn't for the fact that I'm doing this move and some of the things that we've been through. Not to mention a few of the storms that we've lost power during. Remember them? So anyway, yeah, I want to talk about just some of the things that have gone on and some of the interesting people that we've met. If you're new to this channel, I want to highly recommend, please, go to the very beginning of go to the video section. You can go to the very beginning and watch the videos all the way through from the beginning. There's a lot of really good videos, a lot of phenomenal information, and you can join us on that journey that we've taken together so far over this past 6 months. It's been an incredible journey. I just never thought in a million years that I would meet and communicate and talk to people from all over the world. And this channel has literally reached across down under to all the way to Australia, London, England, Italy, Germany, Sweden. We've talked to people all over the world. And I just, I'm so grateful for that. I think it's so amazing. And we have friends and we've gotten stories from people from all over the world and all over the country here in the United States. We've met our contributors. We've met so many very interesting people have sent us in stories and have become such a part of the TAS family, as we now call it. And what a journey that has been. I want to talk about real quick. We could work our way through, but let's start back. Let's start with the beginning of our journey with my first ghost encounter, the little girl in white. So that was the very first video that I did here. And hopefully I can put at least a clip of it up when I get to the editing. But that was my very first video where I invited you guys to send me in stories. And wow, you guys have sent me in some amazing stories that I've learned from and we've all learned from. I was so amazed at the community that around the, not just the community, the paranormal community, psychic community, alien, Bigfoot, the cryptid community. I've been so amazed and so impressed at how incredible you guys all are and how fast we've grown and become us, a family of our own, a community and a platform for a lot of you that want to share your stories and felt like you didn't have any place to go. So I'm so glad that you put your trust in me. I just really appreciate that. And you care and you share it, and it's just been a phenomenal thing. There's a lot of comments and a really lot of interesting comments. Some of the comments reminding me not to tap my hands or to slurp my coffee. Some don't mind, but I try to stop doing it. Some of the comments talk about the sound effects were out of this world. So if you go to the beginning and you're watching these videos, yeah, there's some sound effects that just boom. And that was just part of me learning how to create and edit these videos. As some of you already know, for my journey, I was a contractor my whole life. I've done a lot of different things, but this is what I always wanted to do. I just had no idea how hard it was going to be when I got into it. So my journey has been incredible, going from doing construction to learning what cameras to use, what's the best cameras to use, best microphones, lighting, all this different stuff to try to figure out this whole process, editing and learning how to edit. Obviously, I come a long way. I got a long way to go. I'm really hoping at some point I can get somebody to do my editing. Then we can get to doing more videos. We've come a long way with, okay, so our next one there was the Bigfoot or Indian possession video that I did. So with the let's go back to my first ghost encounter where this little girl followed me home from my grandmother's house in this old hotel that she owned. That was, quite terrifying as a child and stuck with me my entire life. The next one that I did was the Bigfoot or Indian possession, where I had went to it's Indian grounds and this waterfall, and I don't know. I guess if I was channeling or what, or somehow the Indians were doing something through me with this rock clicking thing that I did, and this chant or singing or whatever. It was a really wild experience. And then going back there recently when I filmed that to find that footprint, I hope to get back out there. I want to try to see if I can find that, see if that's still there or what that was. So we definitely want to learn more about that. That was really interesting. So if you haven't seen that, Bigfoot or Indian possession, what happened to me? True story, and it was a true story that literally happened to me, and I have the video on there. I had no idea. I didn't even pay attention. I was just doing some drone images, and I see this footprint there. I'll put it up here, and who knows what that is? I mean, really, I don't know. Maybe it's ancient. So, anyway, Bigfoot Saved My Life was like probably one of the big hits that helped take the channel off. That was the one that got me through my first set of subscribers to reach that. I needed 1,000 subscribers, and what was it, 4,000? And 4,000 watch hours. And that video is the one that did it. And we were only a few videos in, but it just took off like crazy. So by December, by the end of December, we had a bunch of, subscribers, and we just blew up from there. And the next thing you know, we were reaching 10,000 subscribers. Within 3 months, we were up to like 10,000 subscribers, which, as far as I know, is astronomical. I went out and did some nice drone shots and that, and shared some of that. I plan on doing a lot more of that. I want to. Am I Being Haunted was another good video. She followed me home. That skunk ape was my grandpa's best friend. That was a really neat video that came out of Florida. How interesting was that? If you haven't seen it, you definitely want to check that video out. That was really cool. Great story. There were so many. The one I don't think got enough love was a really good story, was Bigfoot in a Wagon Train. It didn't even reach 1,000 views, but it's a phenomenal story, and it goes back in history quite a way. So it's a long ways back, but you should really check that one out. That was a good story as well. And I must say there's some really good drone footage in there in the beginning. So, Bigfoot Came to Take Our Sons was another interesting story that got shared with us, where she stood between Bigfoot and her kids, and her kids were in the tent. Great story. You guys want to check that one out. This was another one. Was it a Bigfoot warning or calling card? This was this was the second part of that. Okay, no, I went there. 2 New York hunters got chased out of the woods by a Bigfoot in this area, not far from me. And I went there to that location and had a really interesting experience. I actually went back to that location a couple. Excuse me. Okay, so where were we? All right, so after the Bigfoot warning or calling card, our next big story that came out was from Wendy. I gave birth to Bigfoot's daughter. I mean, wow, what a journey that has turned out to be. In fact, I was calling it a trilogy because there were so many, or saga, because there were so many stories that we got from that, and that just continued to grow. And that was Wendy, and then we heard from Wendy's daughter, Claire, who is a hybrid. And then we heard from Amarik because of Wendy, and Wendy's had quite a few other contacts with different people. And then we ended up hearing from Anna and Tommy because of that whole situation. And so Wendy stepped in, and Wendy and Claire helped them out through a horrifying transition back into the real world, because they had been, held captive for so long. There's just so many amazing things that are happening out there in the world that we don't understand, and we don't even know. Like, we live our everyday lives, go out, get a cup of coffee, take for granted some of the things that are happening around us and we have no idea about it. So, I mean, that's really been pretty wild. We did an Asperger's video, which was really a heartfelt video about a young man that's and his father that's dealt with a lot of stuff in there. Missing Bigfoot bones, that was the one we were talking about with the Indian that came to see this other Indian gentleman and share the truth with him. The truth revealed about what happened to the Bigfoot bones that scientists and people have been looking all over the country for these missing Bigfoot bones. Then we find out on this story that they're being ground into powder, and this very powerful powder that has life-giving, what's the word I'm looking for? Abilities. I don't know. But they put it on a plant and the cactus started regrowing. And so properties, life creating properties to it. And that story goes way back to Indians being in communication with the Bigfoot people back, hundreds of years, whatever, a couple hundred years ago. So that was another really good story that you want to check out and follow through. A couple different versions of that. And then I went actually back out to that location and by the water there and had some really interesting experience from that. So you want to check that out. And I gave birth to Bigfoot's son. That was through Wendy and Claire. That was Mark's son. Oh man, Ghostly Granny was another phenomenal story. A lot of our contributors that are here with us right now watching the channel sent some phenomenal stories, and some of them sent several stories. Thank you so much. You are the reason the channel has hit this 20,000 subscriber mile marker in 6 months, and you're the reason that I keep going doing this. Okay, somebody just purchased something from the store. Thank you very much. I don't know who you are, but I just got a notification. So that's kind of interesting. Thank you for that. That's kind of funny. Hopefully you'll know who you are at the time. All right, then we got into some alien stories. The alien versus Bigfoot. I mean, that was wild. That was in Pennsylvania in the Allegheny Mountains where they experienced these people went out for this hike camping. I think they're going fishing or what they're doing. But they did a yearly thing. That's right, they're best friends, and the one best friend had passed away. And they shared a story about the time they were out there, and they went way out into the Allegheny Mountains and found this stream or river and witnessed aliens trying to take a Bigfoot and shove them into this time warp or wormhole or whatever it was. They couldn't see anything, but this air opened up and they were able to, the Bigfoot was able to get loose with help of others that came to rescue. So really wild story. So you guys will like that. You should check that out. The Bigfoot Abominable Snowman, that was really cool. That was not very far from where I live now that happened. And that was a really neat story. I gave birth to Bigfoot twins. That was Jane's story. Wild, heart-touching story about her life living with the Bigfoot. I think 10 years she was out there. This was out around California, out in the forest, great forest out there. She spent a life out there. She fell in love, and she had hybrid children that unfortunately she lost. But a really wild story, and she does a follow-up to that story. And Jane, if you're listening, if you're seeing this, we would love to hear how you're doing now. I think last time we heard from you, you were back with your sister, and I would just love to know how you're doing. And if you have anything else you want to share with us, please do that. All right, Bigfoot family reunion. That was the first time that Wendy and Claire got back out in Alaska, got out to Prince of Wales Island, where this all has been taking place. There's a lot of history, a lot of things have happened out there. This is when Wendy, Claire, and Mark got together. I I don't know if they'd met Brian yet. I don't remember. There's been so many of these now. I almost have to go back and watch them myself, which would be kind of fun. But they met with Amarek and to find out that they are related in ways. So very cool story. You want to check that out. Psychic murder witness. We've had a lot of them. Psychic murder witness, bridging the same gap, actual Bigfoot prints. That was, and Jeff shared us some footprints that he found. Jeff Rohn, contributor, a member. He's the one that he went on. He was in a couple times now. Flash of Beauty. You want to check that out. That's on YouTube. Flash of Beauty interview with Jeff Rohn. He's had some real wild experiences. He's sent some stories into us. So you want to check them out, watch them. And anyway, he gave us a major shout out on at the end of the interview on Flash of Beauty. And we really appreciate that, Jeff. You've been a phenomenal friend to the channel, to us, and a part of the family. Bigfoot versus the football player was another interesting one. I'm just kind of skipping around. We've had werewolf stories. We had a Loch Ness story, or Loch Ness sighting or experience out on the in Loch Ness. So I mean, that was really cool. I think Sarah sent that in to us. Bigfoot and a wild woman was another amazing story. Female Bigfoot captured. I believe that was, where was that? Was that in Carolinas? You guys will have to remind me if that was in the Carolinas or Pennsylvania. I think that was in the Carolinas. Another great story, though. Jane's story. We've had alien adventures that we've been through. Superhuman question. That was a lot of fun. A little embarrassing getting into a superhuman costume. So, you check that out and leave a comment and laugh if you want to. It's all right. We had a lot of fun with that. But we also got a lot of interesting information from people that have had experiences, like human experiences in their life, where things have happened to them where they don't think they should have lived through it, or things that they've been able to do that they didn't know they could do. So that's really interesting. And a lot of the stuff happens out there. So Bigfoot and a werewolf encounter. Bigfoot and a werewolf encounter. Part 2 of Bigfoot and the Wild Woman. All right. I gave birth to Bigfoot's son, Mark's journey. We found him. And that was when they actually found the family, the clan, Bigfoot clan, and made contact. And was able to collect DNA and stuff, I believe, at that point. Really cool. But, again, there's some things that transpired from that. Superhuman question part 2. I mean, there's been so many. Bigfoot theory plus 4 encounter stories. Flying alien insects. We speaking of which, we touched down on fairies. Because some people were talking about that and thought maybe that had to do with fairies. So that's kind of cool. We run into that. Wasn't a bear, it was a Bigfoot. That was another interesting story that came into us, where he was out hunting and thought it was a bear walking up on him. Turned out to be a Bigfoot. Oh man, supernatural psychic phenomena. She gave birth to Bigfoot's daughter. Chased out of the forest, out of fairyland, an actual place. That was another interesting story. Want to check that out. Oh, this is my Bigfoot Fun Challenge that I challenged you guys to go out and do something exciting and live life and enjoy, because life is short and you only get one, as far as we know, as far as I know. And, we might get more than one, but you only got the one that you have right now. So enjoy it. Get out and have fun. Don't be a stick in the mud. Enjoy life, smile, get some laughs. It's such a volatile world right now, and everybody's so upset, and there's so much stuff going on that we forget to stop and smell the roses and have fun. So just a reminder, have some fun, enjoy yourself, make a friend, get on my channel, have some laughs, whatever you want to do, but make sure you have some fun. Studio makeover. So again, like I said, we've had 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 changes to the studio. So that's been really interesting. This one being the last one we did. And then we're going to be moving over to another location. But I think the studio is going to basically look the same when we get there. but we're going to be expanding and just doing a lot more stuff with videos. I want to get out and do interviews. People want to do some interviews, and maybe we'll go out and do some Bigfoot research, have some fun with that, meet a lot of interesting people. I'm hoping I'm hoping to get over and see Jeff and some of these other people that have had, seen some locations in that. When I get to Pennsylvania, this new channel, we're going to be having a lot of fun, a lot of exciting stuff we're going to be doing on there. So we're just got a lot to come this year. So you want to be here. Keep an eye on the channel. Stick with me. We got a lot to come, and we're just going to keep on growing. This next one coming up is going to be big. So I have big plans for it, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I know you guys are all going to be a part of it. Bigfoot food fight. That was another fun one. I mean, we've had a few of them come out of Pennsylvania, and that was an interesting story as well. Another Florida skunk ape. That was another really good story. So we have Bigfoot encounter stories, my first Bigfoot, and Bigfoot poems. So you guys have challenged me with a few different poems that have come in that I've read, and I'm not exactly a poem reader, but you guys have been really generous, and I appreciate that. Family rescued from killer Bigfoot. That was another interesting story. Now she's out in, I think, Texas, living in Texas now, but from California. But that was really interesting. I mean, the family got taken by a Bigfoot clan, and hunters, they come across some hunters that were able to get them, scare them off, and get the family freed up. So they were very fortunate. Evolutionary moments, how to fight the devil within. That was an interesting video and a lot of fun, and a lot of you guys related to that. The things that we go through in life, and roadblocks and different things that stop us from. I was just talking about going out and having fun and living life and keeping it interesting. We have these experiences that just drag us down, and you have to learn how to fight through that and break through and do the things that you want to do in life, and just find ways of having fun, interesting, learning, and moving forward with things. So that turned out really good, and I think a lot of people related to that. A lot of you guys have had information that you've shared with me that's helped me a lot along the way. So 25 years in a haunted house was another phenomenal story. You want to check that out. She sends in a bunch of stories and things that she had been throughout her life. Psychic abilities, astral traveling, murder solved, conclusion. The ghost demanded, get out, get out, get out. So, I mean, there's just a big bunch of them here. God saved my life. Mushroom tea, we got some psychedelics going there. Bobby pins, there was another poem. We've just, and then we're coming up here on the end. I am Bigfoot's granddaughter, Eve. That is another interesting story, and I believe we're going to be hearing from her again real soon, I hope. So about her grandfather that was a Bigfoot, and she grew up and really didn't even know it till she was older, before she realized that this wasn't just a hairy old man. This was her grandfather was a clan member or a Bigfoot. So great story there. And the last one we did was one person, several encounters, part 2. So, we've gotten a lot of stories from there. That's the one with that feral cat on there. We've had a lot of great stories from her come in. So you want to check that out. Go from the beginning. I have a playlist for I Gave Birth to Bigfoot's Daughter. So you can watch those videos right from the beginning in a row and really enjoy that saga. Jane's story, there's a couple of them I put into a playlist as well. And we just got a lot more to come. So anyway, to wrap this up, 20,000 subscribers. I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you so very much. It's only been 6 months. And we've been through so much in that 6 months. We've ran into so many different roadblocks with losing power and moving, and having to move, and just all the things that we've been doing. But we got so much more to come. This is going to be a big year where I plan on exploding the channel and our new channel, and just really growing and going to the next level. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you guys will join me for that. I want to go on, oh, real quick, and I meant to do this sooner in the video just so I don't forget. And I want to thank our members here that we have, Yami Phoenix, Cabal 313, Jeff Roan, Cowie Elpa, Marjo Wag, Pam Singleton, Mr. Burns, Julie Sadler, Renita Tinkersley, Heather Mama of 5, Vita Meow, Loretta Wessel, Jamie Bueller, Verna Hemner, Roxy Campbell, Avi Rotem, Rachel Elizabeth McDaniel, Hughes Old Soul of Mine, AJ Scrazzy, Eightness. Thank you guys so very much for being members of the channel and supporting the channel. I appreciate you so very much, and I appreciate all of our subscribers just as much. So I want just keep in mind that this is a non-judgmental channel, and we're all friends here, and we're all family here. I appreciate all your support, and we're just going to keep growing together. And if you want to become a member, I welcome you to. There's some great discounts at the Talk About Strange store. If you haven't been there, you want to go over there and check that out. We just sold an item while we were talking here, so or something, and maybe a bunch of items. Who knows? So you want to get over there and check that out. There's a lot of really cool stuff. I think membership will get you like 20% off, 10% I think for level 1. Level 2 and 3 might be, I forget what it is exactly, but you can, if you just want to go over there and purchase something, you can get 5% discount on that. I think I put that in the members and in the membership area. So check that out. And I think that's all we have for now. We got a lot of stories to come. Till next time, thank you again, and I will see you really soon.